Hey, Tony Gasson here. Now, seeing this here couple, I'm gonna have to pull this up online. Texas couple receives 40-year prison sentence for $30 million pyramid scheme during the pandemic. Now, the first thing I'm gonna let y'all know is is this man now, based on how he looking with that high top on his head and just light skin, the way he holding his mouth, I'm questioning if he in the men. And I don't mean that disrespectful. But what I'm saying is, remember I told you about the man who had them 33 checks in that checkbook, tried to get me involved in it way back in the day, 2006, 2007. They That's the kind of stuff they be doing. Not to say that the other brothers don't do it too, but that's the kind of stuff they be doing. So I'm trying to wonder, LaShonda Moore, 38, and Marlon Moore, 39, based in Frisco. So here you have another woman following her man to prison. And I know some people say, well, what if it was the woman ideal? Sometimes it is. Typically when a woman do it, when it's a woman idea though, she do it alone. Cause men don't even like taking ideas from women. That's the truth of the matter there. So like I know a lady who went to prison for fraud, real estate fraud. She did it by herself. And she tell her story. Um Anetta Powell. And she, ironically is really close friends with Stormy Wellington. Coach Stormy, who got in trouble with either the FTC or the SEC, one of them, for making promises and selling promises to people about that multi-level marketing. And so that was just a little like calm down, chill out. We ain't shutting you down, we ain't finding you, but you keep going now. You keep going, and we're gonna have to put that wham bam on you now. And so here's this couple, another couple. Let me pull it up online and read about it now. Because this what I try to tell y'all. You got to stop following your spouse to jail or hell. You got to know who you are. And you got to do Texas couple. Receives 40 years. And the crazy thing about it is I watch American Greed, and them guys be, it be some white guys on there who they'll do 50, they'll do 100, 200, 300 million and get 6 years. A Frisco, Texas couple was sentenced to 40 years each in federal prison for running a $30 million pyramid scheme during the COVID-19 pandemic. Prosecutors say the pair falsely promised 800% returns through their Blessings in No Time program, which attracted more than 10,000 victims nationwide. The couple was convicted in January on conspiracy, wire fraud, and money laundering charges after investigators found they diverted participant funds for personal gain. Now, listen. Now, I wonder, was it illegal? Would have been illegal if they didn't divert the funds. But 10,000 of y'all, now, I know you're embarrassed. You out there in Texas, get in the comments if you invested. 10,000 of y'all invested. Now, I'm not gonna talk bad about you because I know people personally that do that stuff, that got into that. And one of my homeboys got into it. $1,400 to get in. And he told me one time, he say, yeah, man, so I got in this thing called the bless circle. Oh, this might have been the one he was in then. and got a thing called a bless circle or something like that. And man, they talking about they finna get ready to shut it down. I done already invested my $1,400. They talking about they finna get ready to shut it down. And when it's coming up on my turn, he said, I'm looking at the thing. My turn in like 3 people. I'm trying to tell them, like, hey man, I need that 14,000 cause like, man, I need that 14,000 cause I'm trying to get my house. Like, I need my down payment on a house. But listen, this is the thing that I try to tell y'all. It's nothing fast. Like, that is greed, which the show called American Greed. That's greed all the way around. Because the couple being greedy, and then the people who putting the money in being greedy. Because where it's like, this is what I try to help y'all understand. If you could get an 800% return, that 800% return is 8 times what you put in 12 months. So if you could get it, and so guess what? If it happened in 6 months, that's a 1,600% return. You see what I'm saying? So if you could get an 800% return, don't you think everybody would be doing it? Don't you think Bill Gates will be doing it? Warren Buffett will be doing it? It's like, ain't nothing out here new under the sun, and you're not finna come up off nothing that is too good to be true. Like, come on now. Your best investment is in you. But the sad part about it is, I'm blaming the man because I'm a man. And I believe the man is the head of the household. So I'm blaming the man. And even if it was the woman idea, he should have said, that is not a good idea. We are not doing that. You absolutely crazy. And so I'm blaming the man. So here you got this woman. She finna go sit down for 40 years. They finna be in there like Shawshank Redemption. They getting out 80 years old. Now I believe they're gonna be able to get out earlier, but you finna do that time because you're black. You black in America? My uncle doing 40 years for $20 worth of drug. He got to do, I think, a minimum 27 years. Finna do that time. He done did 18 years for $20 worth of drug. In the state of Florida. Got hit with that blim blam in Polk County, Florida. Football number. So that's what they'll do to you. What we know, COVID scheme. LaShonda Moore, 38, and Marlon Moore, 39, of Frisco, were convicted by a jury in January 2026 on conspiracy, wire fraud, and money laundering charges stemming from their operation of Blessings in No Time, or BENT. Got me bent, B-I-N-T. Show got me bent. An illegal pyramid scheme that ran from June 2020 to June 2021. 1 year of their life. Balled out for 1 year and about to do 40. Balled out for 1 year and about to do 40. According to court documents and evidence presented at trial, the Moores launched BENT during the pandemic and recruited participants through weekly live stream broadcasts viewed by thousands of people across the United States during COVID-19 shut. Oh my God. They was on live talking to thousands. I think I seen one of these lives. They was on live talking to thousands. Oh my goodness. False promises. What they're saying, prosecutors said the scheme falsely promised participants an 800% return on a $1,400 investment. Yep. That the one my homeboy was in, $1,400, and guaranteed refunds to dissatisfied members. The Moores promoted BENT as an invitation-only community designed to help people facing financial hardship during the pandemic by making blessing payments to existing members. at the peak of the pandemic. Now, I wonder if it's a way to do this legally, because if it is, if you honest, you could get in there and help somebody legally. But I'm telling you, that money be changing, boy. The money be changing. At the peak of the pandemic, LaShonda and Marlon Moore launched an investment fraud scheme and cheated struggling Americans out of 30 million. Said Assistant Attorney General A. Tyson Duval of the Justice Department's Criminal Division. This fraud scheme exploited people out of their hard-earned money at a time when they needed it most. Opportunistic fraudsters like the Moores belong in prison. Authorities said Bent operated through a so-called playing boards consisting of 4 participant levels, 8 fires, 4 winds, 2 earths, and 1 water. Earth, wind, and fire. What in the world? Participants in the fire positions were directed to pay at least $1,400 to the person occupying the water position. Once a water participant received 8 payments of totaling more than 11,000, other members moved up the board and were required to recruit additional participants to continue the cycle. Prosecutors said the Moores positioned themselves on the boards to receive many other payments and diverted substantial amounts of participant money to themselves. Couldn't just do it the right way. The Moores Get Rich Quick scheme has earned them a well-deserved stay in federal. See how the people, a well-deserved stay? 40 years? Now listen, prison, yeah. 40 years. He's talking about well-deserved. That's more than murderer get. That's more than the R word people get. 40 years for taking money, not from babies. They took money from grown, greedy adults. These are adults talking about they finna flip. The adults finna turn 1,400 into 11 grand. It's like, listen, if you fall for it, that might be a lesson the Lord wants you to get. The Lord might want you to learn something. And I ain't talking bad about my homeboys and nothing like that who got in there now. But Lord must want you to learn something. Yeah. Attorney J.R. Combs for the Eastern District of Texas. Playing games with other people's money while promising unrealistic returns is stealing and will be prosecuted and punished. Investigators said the scheme victimized more than 10,000 people across the country and caused more than $30 million in losses. The harm caused by greed-driven, deceptive investments promising returns too good to be true cannot be overstated, said Eric Shin, inspector in charge of the U.S. Postal Inspection Services Criminal Investigations Group. The mission of the USPIS continues to aggressively investigate such schemes and hold fraudsters fully accountable. Christina Foley, special agent in charge of the U.S. Secret Service's Dallas field office, said the defendants exploited people during a period of widespread uncertainty. The Moores took advantage of trust and hope during a time of national crisis, causing significant harm to thousands of victims, Foley said. Today's sentencing sends a clear message. The Secret Service remains steadfast in our mission to investigate and disrupt these schemes and those who prey on vulnerable communities for personal gain and will be held fully accountable. Y'all, let me check and see. I forgot. I got a coach. See what time my next coaching session is. Okay. Got a little time. Okay. Christopher J. Altimus Jr., special agent in charge of the IRS Criminal Investigation Dallas field office, said the couple used a polished public image and a reality television appearance to build credibility for the operation. What? They did reality TV? The Moores used a polished image and a reality TV appearance to build trust, but behind the scenes, they orchestrated a deceptive pyramid scheme built on fake playing boards and false promises of 800% returns, Altimus said. This scheme deliberately targeted the African American community, exploiting cultural trust and community ties. The U.S. Postal Inspection Service, U.S. Secret Service, and IRS criminal investigation investigated the case. Mm, 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 mm. Mm, 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 mm. Well, this something here that I want y'all to learn from. And then also, too, what you got to realize and think about. Remember, I told y'all not long ago that the one thing a woman will lose her mind for is a man. This woman finna sit down and be in there and have them women, what my auntie called bulldaggers, trying to lick her down. And he finna be in there with certain men trying to stick him down for 40 years. They finna have to fend for their life for 1 year of balling. Ball for 1 year and finna have to fend for their life. Come on now. Was it worth it? Was it worth it? 1 year of your life. 30 million now. Is that 30 million? And them dinners and the jets, they probably was on private jets, Bentley, G-Wagon, whatever it is. All that, is that finna hold you over for these 40 years when you're in there? And the thing about it is, they finna be in there and people finna be like, you dumb. Like, I'm in here for defending myself, taking somebody's life. You dumb. What made you think you could go on these people's internet and run a $30 million scam? Like, what in the world? You have got to be brain dead. Like, you must ain't got no kind of sense. Like, you not thinking at all. You finna run a $30 million scheme on these people internet? My goodness, boy, that greed take over. But I'm gonna tell you, that stomach was touching that backbone, and they say we got to eat. But guess what they could have did though? Could have made a course when everybody had that money flowing in the pandemic. All that unemployment check, stimulus check, all that right there. If people, companies doing better, so they getting bonuses. When that money was flowing, they could have did them a legitimate business and people had money to spend. And here you got a couple, and not just a couple, you got a black couple. Now, the white couple do this too. Now, it ain't about race, but then did it to their own people. And this why them people put that blam blam on them. And see, that's why I told y'all why people were so mad about Cheyenne Bryant, because she calling herself a doctor, she doing therapy, but then she misleading and lying to her own people. It's like black people probably wouldn't have cared that much if she ran up a bag off another community, even though it's still wrong. And yeah, we would have been like, oh, that's messed up. But people wouldn't try to burn her at the stake if it was another community. They'd have been like, oh, they do it to us all the time. They done did us like that. They done did it. Like, hey, get them. Run them for that bag, girl. Hey, run that check up. But then when you do it to your own women, you do it to other black women. Now people, off with your head. And so that's what this here couple, somebody, probably so many people tipped off to the authorities. Like, hey, y'all got to look into this now. I'm gonna tell you, when people go to getting up there and that money, I'm gonna tell you like this right here. It's never what it seems. Like, I invested $5,750 into a real estate fund, and you're supposed to be able to withdraw your money after 5 years because of the money that's been made. They got that thing locked up. All our money locked up. Whoever, imagine somebody invested 50,000, 100,000, money locked up. Guess what? That man running a scam and got a wife and kids. Just looked at online where Grant Cardone and got sued for X amount of millions or something. And what he got? Wife and kids. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all. $1.5 billion lawsuits exposing the new $1.5 billion lawsuits filed against Grant Cardone, wife and kids, and men putting their family through this type of drama and mess because of how we do business. And that's why I tell the women, hold your man accountable. I told my wife, I say, listen, any moves I make, I'm coming to you for approval. Me and my son, and doing us a little trip, I go to her for approval. And so that's what you got to realize. When I just did another little trip, went out to the NBA finals, boom, got her approval. Right now with Destiny, get on the wait list. We doing marketing. We doing what you call it, influencer shout out, stuff like that. Gonna sponsor and different events and stuff. I go to my wife. What you think about this? Sponsoring this event. They want 15,000. What you think? If she say no, I don't think it's worth it. I don't think it's good. Don't do it. Okay. And I'm trying to get to that place. Trying to get to that place. And so that's one of those things. It's like, what you gonna do? It's you have to know who you are, what you are. And I'm gonna tell y'all, it's a lot of women that's sleeping with a man or married to a man that is doing something illegal. If you are a real woman, you have to speak life into that man. You have to hold that man accountable. You cannot be so broke minded and so scarcity minded that you let this man lead himself to jail or hell because of some money. I could have been and built and kept going and been a drug kingpin. But when I was out there fooling around in them streets, my wife told me, no, get out them streets. You will not be with me and your son if you in them streets. Guess what? She gave me an ultimatum. I tried to press the line, tried to push her, tried to get her to come off that stance. Nope. She left me right after, soon after we got married and had our son. And I went back to the streets. She walked on about her business. She went on about her business. Just like that. And that's what I'm here to tell you. That's the role of a woman. That's what a help meet means. Your man gonna make some bad decisions. He gonna do some things. I wish I would have listened to my wife on a whole lot more. Like right now, I could have, man, I could have an extra $500,000 sitting in the bank had I listened to my wife on stuff. Just doing the most, doing too much. Everything was legal, but it's like At one point, I had 10 cars, paying for 10 cars. Different other friends and family. I got the friends I bought their cars cash and then bought some of my family car cash, but I had a lot of car notes. My wife was like, "You don't need all them cars." I ain't listen. Had a condo on the water, $3,100 a month. My wife told me, "Do not get that. You're not gonna go there." I said, "No, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this to write my books. I'm gonna be down there writing my book. That's what I'm gonna write my book." Said, "Oh, look, sit outside looking over on the water." Paid $3,100 for probably 6 months. Had to pay 2 months worth to break the lease. I ain't go write not one time. Had my office downtown, 33rd floor, in the SunTrust building, in the bank building. Oh, Bank of America went on 33rd floor. Skyline behind me. You go on my Twitter, you'll see a picture of that office. Skyline behind me. Living. Lost it. I was in there 6 months. I ain't lose it. It was in there 6 months. $3,300 a month. I probably went 5 times. Parked in the parking lot, had a Tahoe back then. Parked in the parking lot, somebody biked into my car. Hit the Tahoe. Boom. That cost money. And literally went 5 times. 5 times out of 180 days or something. Something like that. So listen to my wife. If you're a man watching this, you know your woman is not your enemy. Your woman ain't cheating on you, lying to you, deceiving you, manipulating you. She ain't telling you not to spend that so you could go buy her a purse or something like that right there. Listen to your woman. You know if she a hater or not for real, but if she a hater, why you with her? Listen to your woman. That's a voice of reason. But I'm going to tell y'all something. Y'all women be getting bought. A man get you a Rolls Royce, a man get you a Bentley. Oh, you hush mouth. Pull that Birkin out on you. Oh, that mouth is hush. Get that Chanel. You go to seeing how other women is jealous of you and how they looking at you, and people who ain't like you want to be friends with you, and you got everybody eating out your hand, everybody sweating you, everybody bigging you up, everybody and that feeling feels so addicting that you like, you know what? I don't care how you get into this money. I love this. I love pulling up, stunting on these HO. Ooh, watch me get out this G-Wagon. Ooh, watch me get out this Rolls Royce. Ooh, watch me get out this Range Rover. All that right there, and you forget about it. And I'm going to tell you, you might not be in that situation right now, but that don't mean it ain't coming. That don't mean you're not going to be in that situation 3 years from now. So that's why I'm talking to you about it now. So when you are with a man and he decides he want to take a stupid pill, you have got to calm down. You got to chill out. You got to pull a bite. You got to pull a bite. Got to get your life together. And a lot of people don't realize that. A lot of people don't want to hear that. And so think about this. Get this in your spirit. Get to where you have the confidence enough to walk away if you need to walk away. You got to get to that place. You have to have agency over your own life. Control over your own life. You cannot blindly follow. So right now, and this the sad part about it, the Greg Parker out of Philadelphia, him and his wife finna go to prison. Most likely. Real estate fraud. Black woman following a black man to prison. This here, the Moors, a black woman following a black man to prison. At the same time, this is in our headlines right now. And can you imagine how much that's not in the headlines that's happening? It's not worth it. And you got to be willing to walk away. If he want to do that, let him do that. You try to tell him, you try to stop him. He don't want to stop. He want to do fraud. He want to cheat. He want to lie. With all that right there, get your kids and go on about your business. That's why you want to talk to him and listen to him. There's so many women like, oh, I don't care about his business. I'm gonna let him do business. I'm focusing on what I got to know. You need to have them conversations. You need to know what he doing, when he doing it, how he doing it, why he doing it. You need to know that. You need to know it, because I'm here to tell you, if you don't do right, if you're not paying attention, he'll be running plays and about to blim blam y'all, and you like, oh my goodness, what going on? And you getting blim blammed. And next thing you know, up a creek. And if you with a man that you can't talk to, you with the wrong man. If you with a man that you don't have a voice, you with the wrong man. If you with a man that won't listen to you, you with the wrong man. That man ought to have a soft spot in his heart for you, where he hears the sound of your voice and he responds to the sound of your voice. But you have to make a passionate plea now, because even those of us who are good men who love our woman, we're going to push back. We're going to play angel's advocate. That's what I call it. It's devil's advocate, but I call it angel's advocate. I don't do nothing with the devil. Go and play angel's advocate. Go and try to explain. And that's why I try to tell my wife, like, sometimes I say, baby, when I'm talking through something and I'm coming back at you and I'm presenting this, presenting that, it's not for you to shut down. It ain't because I'm not listening to you. I'm just working through and I'm talking through every angle. Like, you got to have the emotional intelligence to stand in the paint with a man and go back and forth with a man and pretend you like a lawyer in the court of law and you making your points, or you on the debate team and you debating and you making your points. And if he go to getting mad, he go to getting loud, he want to shut down, he want to slam the door, he want to gaslight you, he want to tell you always hating on me, you want to see me fail, you'll love me, you'll want to support me, you'll all that. Let him get through that. Let him get through that tantrum. Do not shut down, because your future depends on it. You're going to be in prison too. So don't worry about that temper tantrum. Don't worry about all that. Hey, listen, all right, we talked yesterday. Are you calm now? Listen, I need you to know I'm not against you. That makes no sense at all. I want to see you win, because when you win, we win. But I'm here to help you see from a different perspective. You a man, I'm a woman. We think differently. I remember it was a dummy online talking about when I said my wife way is my highway. And I said, like, if she ain't with it, I ain't with it. If she don't agree with it, I don't agree with it. And he was like, oh, this man listening to his wife. This man pumped. Woman don't know nothing about no business. He was one of them old, dressed like old Pan-African, like y'all doctor. And woman don't know nothing about no business. He told me he listen to his woman in business. Man supposed to do his own business. I said, boy, look here. Look at this dummy. I said, what do you mean? Just don't understand. And my wife, she be showing me stuff too. She did it the other day. She say, listen, she say, this guy right here, this what a man do. She say, this'll be you if you ain't have me in your ear telling you not to do that. And I'm telling you right now, like right now, I would be filing bankruptcy if I ain't have my wife. Like, I'm in the office right here. Right now, this here office, which I gave to my wife and she don't use. Right now, this here office would have been Bro Lottie's, which is Pilates for men. It would have been a coffee shop. It would have been a men's lounge. It would have been a barber shop. And I only had it for 3 years probably. It'd have been all that. Right now, if I ain't have my wife, I would be swimming in debt, because I would have a restaurant. I would have a learning center. I would have men's Pilates studio. And don't even like Pilates. Don't even do Pilates. Don't even want to do Pilates. Just don't like the fact that it be so full of women. And I want to create a space for guys to be able to go somewhere. I know people say, oh, yeah, it's a gym, but some of us don't like lifting all them weights. I got 2 20-pound dumbbells over there. do me some dumbbell press and some curls today. I ain't touched them yet. 5:30 p.m. I ain't touched them yet. And I have so much going on right now. I will be over my head swimming. And guess what? I got guys like that. I know guys like that. I got guys like that doing that. And all the time. Got guys doing it. And so that's the thing that you got to realize is all the time. All the time. And I see guys that I'm talking about, I see guys that just in over their head. In over their head. Just doing the most. Taking in, got so much going on. And that's what we'll do as a man. Like we always doing business. I'm doing a deal right now. My wife approved the deal because it's just one of them situations where, okay, boom, you do the deal, and that's gonna give you this here leverage. That's gonna give you this advancement. That's gonna help you do this, but you got to parlay that into you know, you got to flip. And so it's certain things she see and she understand. But if she like, no, don't do that. And so when I did the deal, they presented, I think like 3 options and 4 options. She chose option number 2. I went with option number 3. But before we got to the paperwork, the Lord convicted my spirit and say, well, your woman, your wife on the outside of this looking in. So her vantage point is different. Like you right here in the middle of it. She said that for a reason, and she have no iron in the fire. Like she don't have a reason to go against you. She ain't got a reason to hate on you. What she spoke to you was wisdom. And the Lord convicted me. And that's what you got to be able to do as a man. You got to be able to hear your wife's voice. You got to know that that's your teammate, not your opponent. It's so many men that turn their wife into an opponent. And you act like you competing to win, to prove her wrong. And you make her your op. You make her your hater. You make her your enemy. And like, I'm going to win and I'm going to prove you wrong. Because she didn't want to fall in line with your harebrained schemes. When I tell, like, because I have a wife, I talk to so many men. And I'm like, boy, you dumb. Like, there's something that I call a single man syndrome. The stuff that a lot of single men do is the stupidest stuff in the world. That if only they had the voice of a woman in their life, they would think completely different. They would see things completely different. And I'm telling you, like, this coming from a guy who would really like that. Like, I'm not that is what they call a simp. But the irony of that is the men who call me a simp ain't did 10% in the field with these women that I done did. It's like I was broke sleeping with 3 women in a day. Good looking women. I was broke juggling women. Like these men call me a simp and don't realize like I had so many women. I gave women away. I had women, well, they dealing with my homeboy. My homeboys didn't have to go out and get a woman. They came to me for a woman. And these clowns out here, lames, hot dog in the booty men, be calling me a simp. It's like, no, I had an epiphany. I see what's real now. And I'm just real enough to call a spade a spade. It ain't about placating and sucking up to no woman. It's about just calling a spade a spade. And the way a woman think is different than the way a man think. And that's the benefit of being in a relationship. Being able to think differently, see things differently. Y'all have to stop following blind men. If you see the man is blind, you got to stop that. If you see the man is blind, you have got to stop following him. So, hey, God bless you. Keep your head up. Shout out. Thank you to everybody who donated to the boys summer program. I think we just received $500. Thank you so much. And guess what? As soon as we received that $500, one of the boys in the program wrote me for some money because he in the mall talking about he want to get something. I said, I ain't got it. Your allowance on Friday, $25, $100 a month. Can't go to your job after your paycheck a day early. Friday. So I'm teaching these boys responsibility, teaching them how to budget, even though it's only $25 a week. Teach them how to budget. Teach them. Start little. Can't manage a little, you ain't gonna be able to manage a lot. But hey, thank y'all so much. Got 2 trips coming up. Make sure you're on the wait list for Destiny. We climbing on up there. And we're not gonna launch until we get 10,000 people on the wait list. We're approaching 3,000, I believe. So it ain't gonna launch till we get that wait list up there. So tell your single friends, send them the site, destinyapp.com. We also got the Destiny app because it's a date with Destiny. So we also got the destinyapp.com. Got that as well. So it both direct to the same site. It's just easy to share. So if you don't know how to pronounce Destiny, just tell people the Destiny app. But hey, God bless you. Keep your head up, and we'll talk soon. One-on-one session link in the bio as well.